Mum, you can't get rid of it.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I don't have a choice. There's just not enough room for it in my new flat.
I dread to think what Dad would say if he were with us now.
When I have my next seance session, I'll let you know.
You shouldn't make jokes about him like that.
He was a bit of a joke when he was alive, so I don't suppose he's any different now. He's up there. I just wish he'd taken that damn piano with him.
But it's a lovely piece of furniture.
Well, if it was that lovely, they wouldn't have given it to him as a present when the Labour Club closed. You weren't that keen to play it, were you?
I preferred the flute. Besides, I lost interest when Malcolm left the school.
Well, it's no wonder you kids don't have any respect for your teachers when you call them by their first name. It was years after I left school that I found out my form teacher's first name, and that was only because of the court case.
Things are different in school now. I'm not a kid anymore.
22 going on 12.
Mum,
I know.
why'd you have to put me down like that all the time? You were just the same with Dad.
Oh, he should have been put down years ago.
Oh, you're still doing it. He's not even here to answer back.
He may not be here, but that damn piano is. And that's why I want to get rid of it.
Well, you can't. I won't allow it.
I don't think you have any say in the matter. If you think so much of it, get a place of your own and take it with you.
That's a horrible thing to say. As soon as Gavin gets a job, we'll get a place of our own, but I doubt there'll be room for something as big as that.
Precisely. And that's the problem I have when I move into my new flat.
How are you going to get rid of it?
Oh, I've already sorted that out.
What do you mean?
I'm giving it away.
Who to?
It's a charity that specialises in the rehoming of antique pianos.
You are joking. You're not, are you? When did you arrange this?
Well, last week. I offered it to one of the charity shops in town, but they don't take musical instruments, not pianos anyway. They suggested that I contact this specialist charity. Someone's coming around this morning to have a look at it.
But you can't get rid of it.
We've already had that conversation. I won't have room in the new...
I mean it, Mum. You can't get rid of the piano. There's a very specific reason why we have to keep it.
What are you on about?
It's Dad.
What about him?
He's still here.
I know he is, love. He'll always be with us. The piano is a physical reminder of him, but it's been over a year since he died, and we have to move on. That's what I'm doing, moving on, by moving out.
But Mum, you don't understand. When I said that Dad is still here, I mean that he, or that is to say his ashes, are still here.
Oh no! Not in the piano!
I'm afraid so.
But we spread his remains in the memorial gardens after the funeral.
We spread something in the memorial gardens, but it wasn't his remains.
What was it then?
The contents of the Hoover. It was Auntie Gwen's idea. She said that Dad thought so much of that piano that he wouldn't want to be parted from it, and that by putting his ashes inside it, he'd never have to be.
Well, that's just typical of my sister, always interfering. Why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to, but I was afraid you wouldn't agree to it.
You're damn right about that. Where exactly is he then?
There's a special compartment in the back. He's in a small plastic bag.
Well, no wonder it went out of tune just after he died. I really thought it was in mourning.
So, you see, we can't give the piano away.
Well, it's a bit late now. I've already promised it to that charity. I've made all kinds of excuses to encourage them to take it away. that'll be them now. The chap I spoke to on the phone said he'd be here now. I'll let him in, but let me handle it.
Hello, I'm Michael Bannister. I've come about the piano.
Oh, hello. I'm Amelia Ford. Do come in.
Hello. Yes.
This is my daughter, Lucy. This is Mr. Bannister.
Oh, please call me Michael. How do you do?
Hello. Would you like some tea?
Oh, I won't actually, if you don't mind. I have to pace myself, you know, these days, and I have 2 other calls to make today. Ah, this is him, is it?
What do you mean, him?
The master of the house, whom I have come to see.
He means the piano, Mum.
Of course he means the piano. I knew that.
I say it's a lovely example of its type. It's been very well maintained too. Oh, apart from this burn mark.
Oh, well, that was when a candle fell out of the candelabra.
Ah, it wouldn't have anything to do with Liberace by any chance, would it?
Oh, how did you know?
Oh, all pianos go through a variety of musical eras. The Liberace period often resulted in fire damage, I'm afraid, as did Les Dawson pretending to play the piano badly.
My dad always played the piano badly.
He was very keen on anything by Russ Conway, and he was particularly inspired by that young chap who was on Opportunity Knocks.
Ah, yes, Bobby Crush. Bobby Crush has a lot to answer for. It was his brief, shall we say, 15 minutes of fame which caused our rehoming centre to be flooded with unwanted pianos. People have to understand that a piano is life and not just for one concert.
I'm sure Mr. Bannister isn't interested in all that.
Oh, on the contrary, we like to have the full life history of all the pianos we take in. It's the mission statement of our organisation.
Which is?
Oh, the careful rehoming of antique pianos.
C-R-A-P. So that means you're a C-R-A-P volunteer.
That's right, yes. How did you find out about us?
It was from one of the charity shops in town. They said that you're quite unique in what you do.
Yes, indeed we are. We take the rehoming of old and unwanted pianos very seriously indeed. We're not afraid to prosecute anyone who abuses them either. Yes, we had a very successful court case only last week. You may have seen a report about it in the local newspaper.
Oh, I think I did. Someone was fined for chopping up a piano and disposing of it in the industrial estate.
Yes, that's right. Fortunately, someone saw the offender and he was reported to the local authority. As photographs were taken of him doing it, he didn't have a leg to stand on.
Rather like the piano.
Lucy, behave.
It's a shame that you feel the need for this very fine specimen to go.
We don't want to.
We don't want to see it destroyed.
Oh, I assure you, it won't be destroyed. We have a number of people on a waiting list for pianos like this.
Really? I wouldn't have thought it would have been so popular. The candle burn and it's out of tune.
Oh, no, the veneer can easily be restored, and after a general overhaul, it'll be as good as new.
Would that involve cleaning the inside as well as the outside?
Yes, of course. All our rehome pianos leave us with a clean bill of health.
Mum, does it have to go?
There, love. I've promised it to C-R-A-P. Now I can't let them down.
Oh, please, it's a very common reaction. People don't realize how significant a piano is in their lives until they have to part with it. I wouldn't be without mine. When I get up, the very first thing I do is go and have a tinkle.
Oh, I think we all do that.
He means he has a tinkle on the piano, Mum.
I knew that.
Can't we keep it a little longer?
Well, I expect you have fond memories of its being played. It's amazing how music can transport you to another time, another place. There's one piece that reminds me of Shep, our old English sheepdog, who sadly is no longer with us.
Really?
It was by Offenbach.
Yes, our dog used to howl when my husband played.
Mr. Bannister, my mother is too proud to admit it, but she is really regretting her decision to give our piano away. Aren't you, Mum?
Yes! I mean, yes, I am. It really meant so much to my husband that I don't think I can bear to part with it.
Not only that, it's full of dust. Look!
Lucy! What's you doing with your feather duster? Lucy, get a feather duster and clear that dust up.
Oh, there's no need to worry on my account, really.
No, I insist. Lucy, on second thoughts, bring a brush and dustpan.
Okay.
Oh, what must you think of us? We haven't really touched the piano since my husband died.
It's perfectly understandable.
I'll put him in this.
A sugar bowl?
Oh, it's one we don't use anymore. It was my husband's favourite bit of crockery. He has a very sweet tooth. In fact, when I look at the piano, it reminds me of his teeth. He had a few black ones, you see.
Oh no!
What's that?
There's a gap between the floorboards. He's falling down the crack. There's nothing left.
Nothing at all?
Not a thing.
Oh, our little problem is solved.
It wasn't a problem at all as far as we were concerned, I promise you. As I said, the piano will be cleaned inside and out before it goes out to its new home.
Oh, that's all right then. So you're so happy to take it away?
Oh, yes, that's what I came to do, remember, to make arrangements for its collection.
Oh, the piano is going to a good home, and that's all that matters. Thank you, Mr. Bannister, Michael, for putting our minds at rest. When do you think you can pick it up?
Oh, we do a collection in this area on a Friday.
Next Friday, then? Excellent! Let me see you out.
Oh, thank you. It's all part of the CRAP service.
Thank you, Michael. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now to deal with your dad.
What are we going to do?
I'll get the hoover and you lift up that floorboard. Then we're going to take Dad for his last visit to the Memorial Gardens.